Picks and Parlay family, what up, though? It is Monday, November 18th. It is the 18th, isn't it? Yes. Sorry, date's all messed up. November 18th, Monday, 2024. First of all, questions. This is a good question for the chat or the poll. I gotta pull a question tomorrow. Sometimes I have good thoughts. I gotta write them down when they happen. Because in 30 seconds I'll forget it. It's Monday. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about NFL week 11, college football. We haven't talked since Friday. Hope everybody had a good, profitable, safe weekend. If you got good bets, bad beats, let's hear about it. Put it in the chat. This is interactive. You got to like, you got to share. Share us out. We are currently I'm going to give you a live update right now. Live. Remember when people would say that and you were like, what? Oh my God, it's live. Sorry, I'm having problems with my chair. Anyways. You'd be like, oh, what? It's live? Now it's like, I'll watch it later. 49,935 is where we're currently at. So we need 65 more people, 65 more subscribers. Who do you know that wants to subscribe to our channel or doesn't? Just log in and do it anyway for them. I don't care. Like, share, subscribe, though. As always, we're going to break down everything sports related today. We got lots to talk about. We got a Monday Night Football game to talk about. We got a small slate in the NHL. I mean, there's 6 games, 5-6 games, something like that. A decent slate in the NBA, and I ain't got a whole lot. We could talk about college football, but I'd reserve that till tomorrow. And college basketball, we got some stuff to talk about there, but I figured some stuff out. We're going to recap yesterday real quick here and look at contests. But I got to write that down. Contest. If you haven't joined our contest, I don't know what you're doing. They're free. Free swag. I mean, who doesn't want a cool Bet One Repeat hoodie or t-shirt? Also, you get 7 days. Craig Traps premium plays. So there's some value there. Oh my God, money. First of all, Mandy put her picks in? Oh no. I remind her every week. I remind my wife. Free content. I'm like, hey, you should join, whatever. Because I'm like, this way, if you win a hoodie, I can have mine back. Every guy out there that's married or in a significant relationship went, oh, you ain't never getting that hoodie back. I know. I steal it from her. It's kind of like both of our hoodies. It fits me. She sleeps in it. Whatever. Boom shakalaka, Paula Thatcher from left field. I need another. I gotta transfer some stuff. College football week 12. Paula's picks. I'm assuming that's Paula Thatcher. I could be wrong. But I think that's her. And NFL week 11. We'll go into the contest too while we're rolling in contest wise. Looks like we had a couple. She won on the tiebreaker. Rough week in college football. Rough week for a lot of people. A lot of 5-5. Did I not put my picks in? Son of a... This guy. Put your picks in when I tell you to. Pool host. Week 11. Week 11 was rough for you guys. First of all, you had Washington Thursday night. Way to stay true to the Washington Commanders, like me. I lost that game. Another guy lost that game. I'm trying to grow a beard, by the way, and it's itchy as hell right now. I'm not trying to. I sound like I'm 12. I actually did. I am. I'm just it's a process, okay? It's not as white as it looks on camera either, by the way. But whatever. Captain Brian Gillahan. Where's that man at? Hold on a minute. Live. We're gonna live. We're not gonna call him. But we are going to message him. All right. So Brian Gillahan lost Washington Thursday night. Since when Detroit minus 13 cash. Pittsburgh +3. Pittsburgh cash. Minnesota cash. And then he had San Francisco, which was bad. So we went 3-2, which seems like there's a lot of you at 3-2, including me. So we're gonna have to go to a tiebreaker tonight. So he's not. Jesus, there's one. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 people tied at 3-2 right now. Well, yeah. Hold on, let's see what we're. So I don't know how this is going to shake up because there's some people. So one person has 3-2, or they're 3 wins. Whoa, what the? Drop the balloons. I don't know what just happened right now. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty and somebody just dropped this perk. And then this got a level up or something. All right. So there's a bunch of us tied with 3 wins. I shouldn't say 3-2 because there's some people who have 3 wins because it's how many wins you get for the week. You got to get, you don't have to, but 5's the ultimate. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Well, look at this guy. Yes, I'm explaining what's going on right now. Wins or points in this weekly contest. There's a lot of people with 3 points equaling 3 wins. That doesn't mean everybody has 2 losses. There's a couple people, specifically C Jackson 1. That's the username. C Jackson 1 has 3 wins. Philly, Buffalo, and the Chargers lost that. A lot of people lost that San Francisco game. I stayed away. My contest plays, we'll get into that, but they have Dallas tonight +7.5. So they could get to 4 wins. There's a couple people though. It lines at 7.5. Brian, you can't win. Because there's a couple people that have 3 wins that also have Houston at -7.5. So here's what happens. If Houston covers, it'll come down to a tiebreaker. Son of a biscuit. Between Uncle Two Hips, who's been in this damn thing all year, and guess who? Guess who? Mr. Cookie Monster himself, Cody the God. He wants a cookie. Okay, so Cody and Uncle Two Hips, if Houston wins and covers, moves to 4 wins on the week. And they both have 44 for a tiebreaker. If Dallas, +7.5 comes through, then we go to C Jackson 1. They will be the only one at 4. Damn, he went 0-5. You keep putting your picks in, though. I won't call you out. Julie Carly didn't put her picks in. Rycate didn't put his picks in. I'm gonna start calling some of y'all out. I forget. I forgot. Anyways, I was on Washington and Green Bay. I really thought Green Bay was just gonna. I thought they were gonna just roll through Chicago. I still, just to be clear, I think Chicago is one of the worst teams in the league. Ain't nobody afraid of Chicago. In I thought they would have rolled, but whatever. They didn't cover. I was on Detroit, obviously. I was on Minnesota, and I liked Denver, and I got that Denver win easily. We got that Minnesota win. We got that win. Let's just put it that way. A lot of people took Detroit. A lot of people stayed off. About 50-50 split. Nobody took Jacksonville. I look at shit like that. Like, who did it? Anybody? Everybody said it's either this or it's nothing. And that was that. It was either the Lions or it was nothing. So, where you can make a case on a lot of these, like a lot of people stayed off that Jets Indy game. Only 3 people had the Colts and 1 person had the Jets. Cleveland, New Orleans, 2 people had the Saints, 1 had the Browns. Not a lot of action there. Yeah, so all right, so there's your contest update. We'll get into that some more. I'm going to talk about what I got going on for tonight, and I'll be honest with you, not a lot. But recapping yesterday, boys, yesterday on some 2-team parlays came through. Yesterday's 3-team parlays. You should follow on BetStamp. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. They don't pay me for nothing. Nobody gives me any money. Nobody's buying. I'm not sponsored by Powerade. I should be. Crown Royal as well, if you're watching. Not together. But, you know. We had the Bengals at plus 100 last night, even money, and they just couldn't get it together. I think you thought for sure they were coming back. I was on Denver. I was on Seattle plus points. 2-team parlay, Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Never a doubt. Never a doubt. 3-team parlay teaser. Over in the Lions game. Never a doubt. Pittsburgh and the Jets plus 2. Green Bay money line. Minnesota money line. Pittsburgh plus 9. Cash. Detroit in the over in a teaser. I smacked the hell out of that. I'm not going to lie. I'm very profitable in the NFL because of yesterday, but I didn't have a ton, but there was about 3 or 4 plays that I had multiple units on and that I maybe sweated some of them. Some of them I sweat right as the game was starting and I was sweating it. That was not one of them. My biggest prop of the day was, and I got this on a book. I had to make a phone call for this one, but I got Zadarius Smith for the Lions. New Lion, first game at home against an inferior Jacksonville team. He was brought there to stopgap the hole, which was Aiden Hutchinson, and fill in for him. And he did that. He got pressure on him a little bit, and guess what he got? A sack. You know what that sack was priced at? Plus 120. I put multiple units on that. And I sweated that. I sweat that bet the whole damn time. I was pacing. He didn't get it to the 4th quarter. And I'm like, come on, just give me a bullshit sack. And I got a bullshit sack. Whatever. Minnesota, New Orleans was good. Over in the Lions game, obviously. I was on the over in the Bears game at 41. That didn't come through. Green Bay -1. obviously push. I was on the under in the Raiders in the Dolphins game. That didn't work out for me. Miami damn near covered it by themselves. The Raiders are bad. And then the Rams in New England, I was on the under in that game, and I was just wrong. It was just wrong. 28-22. Defense did not show up. I didn't see that happening from New England more than anything on that side of the ball. I didn't see New England getting 22 points. I thought the Rams would get about 28. I thought New England would get about 10 to 14. So they scored about a touchdown, maybe 10 points more than what I thought they were going to. Looking at tonight, I do have another 3-team parlay I have going right now. This is the touchdown parlay I got going. Wish me luck. Sacrifice whatever you got to for the gambling gods, because I want this one. It's plus 246. It's Derrick Henry anytime touchdown, already cashed. David Montgomery anytime touchdown, already cashed. Joe Mixon anytime touchdown tonight. Give me the 3-teamer. They were all juicy, minus 170 to 250, somewhere's around there. But they were in that range. Double, that's why you layer it. There's levels to this shit. You got to layer that in a 2-team, 3-team parlay. You ain't heard me say nothing about no 4 or 5-teamer, because we cannot do that and long term and be profitable. What we can do short term and long term is be profitable on smart parlays. I'm tooting my own horn here. Yes, you know what? Somebody should have asked me this already, but yeah. Yep.
What's on a cookie?
Yep. I'll take 2, because that's how I feel. I broke the numbers down. I have a group chat with some friends, and I broke my numbers down. And you guys take this for what you want. Broke them down for month to date for the month of November, and we're in what are we at? 18th? I can't see. I can't see. Month to date. NBA, I'm down 3.89 units. Okay. I'm not worried about that. Right? NHL, I'm down 2.5 units. I'm not really worried about that. Like I told you, it's like we're 50-50 on this. College basketball, we're down a couple units there. And college football wasn't great for me on Saturday. So I'm down 9.5 units. And that hurt. Saturday was a whooping. Saturday was, I had, grab the back of the chair, don't let go, you're catching this ass whooping. Okay, I had flashbacks. I caught that whooping. But this is for the whole month. Okay, so not just Saturday. I didn't lose 9 units on Saturday. It was way worse. But the NFL, I am up 44 units this month. Sunday, I was up 24. I'm telling you, we've been crushing the NFL. We have been doing it early and often on these lines, and I'm about to break down the NFL for the look-ahead spots that I already like for next week. Keep in mind, in the next 2-3 days, I will be handicapping week. Well, what is it? I guess this is technically week 11. I've already bet over half of what I'm prepared to bet for week 12. I am now, this week, will be handicapping week 13. Okay, so it's worked out for me this year. Sean Higgs does it, and one of the best handicappers I know in the NFL, and just period. Overall, one of the best dudes I know in general. But seriously, one of the best handicappers. I'd put him on my Mount Rushmore. I'm putting him up there. So however you want to do that. And he got me into these look ahead lines a couple years ago, and stuff. I know his show is look ahead lines, so I just always call it that. But these look ahead spots are make or break you. Make or break you, So don't be the guy that gets up Sunday morning. It's like, what am I going to bet today? That guy gives me anxiety. Let's go through. I want to talk about what I have today. I don't have much. I got my Detroit Homer parlay, Pistons in the wings. whatever. Dare I say the Pistons are lukewarm, not hot. I will not say they are hot. I will not say they are playing good. They are playing better. That doesn't mean they're good. They are playing better. I will say they're lukewarm. I don't know if they're hot. And the wings, just whatever. It's juicy. Both are juicy. Minus 150, 60. I two-teamed them. Whatever. I don't have anything. I know, Night Owl, you're asking me about Pacers and Raptors. I'll tell you right now, guys, I don't have nothing in the NBA. And I try to stay away from the NBA specifically on Mondays because here's what happens. And handicap yourself. Okay, for real. The best advice I can give anybody is to always to handicap yourself. Know your own limitations, your strengths, your weaknesses, right? Just I sound like Tony Robbins now in self-help book or some shit. But it's the truth. Know what you do. I know that I have a good Sunday in the NFL, I will blow it on basketball. I will do it. I will do it. So, some people will call it a weakness. Great. I'm smart enough to know my weakness. So, I don't have no NBA today. If you guys got some NBA, drop it in the chat. I'll tail for probably some half unit load pizza money here just so I have some action. But I'm not putting a significant part of my bankroll on the NBA today. And you call it luck, superstition, this, that, or whatever, money management, whatever. My wife says I'm the most superstitious person she's ever known. And I mean, like, I can't, I don't know, you mix that in with some OCD stuff, like, it's bad. So technically the only NBA action I got is the Pistons, and I don't really even count that. So, and I did not handicap NBA today. So I don't even have any leans for you to talk to you about to like sway you one way or the other, or maybe have any kind of significant, I guess, anything to contribute to the conversation of the NBA. Not me. Only one I'm iffy on tonight. Yeah, I didn't even look to say if I like the slate or if I like the card because I just don't bet NBA on Monday unless somebody gives it to me. Deuces. What up, though? You deuces already, or you peace, love, and harmony? Peace, love, and harmony. Prefer Siakam over his points than a side total in that game. Okay, get after that. What's happening? Small play, Malik Beasley, 20 plus points, plus 300 on a fire as of late, cashed in the last 5 to 6 games. Now starting for the injured Tim Hardaway Jr., Bulls 30th ranked for shooting guards and coming off of back-to-back. That's what you call, ladies and gentlemen, a breakdown like an adult. What up, though? I don't know why I get so excited about that. That was a damn good breakdown. And if I'm just throwing it out there, I feel like I read it very nicely too. I feel like I read it the way you wanted to say it. That's what's important, getting the message across. You know what I'm saying. Now let me go bet this Malik Beasley. Now you know. You had me at a Pistons player. Points. Whoa. Plus 300's juiced. Oh, you alternate total. Or alternate 20 plus? Okay, at FanDuel, I can get 14.5 as straight total. And that's at plus 104. Or 106, I'm sorry. So, if you alternate total that, that's how you get to that. Okay. All right, I'm in. All right. I get in the car. I don't put my seatbelt. I'm dangerous. Not like the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, but just, I had Lions -7, Rams +3 teaser out there, and I knew I should have bet more, and that sucked. Yeah, see, for me, like, I didn't like a few things yesterday in the card in the NFL, so the games I did, or the plays I did like, There was about 3 or 4 that I smacked the hell out of. Amon-Ra, anytime touchdown, I was on that. I did not get +2, 2 touchdowns because here's why. I was like, I was on David Montgomery anytime touchdown. I was on, Gibbs anytime touchdown and Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown. And then I was like, "All right, dude." Because then I was looking at J-Mo's touchdowns props, and I'm like, "Okay, look, the whole offense can't score a touchdown." But then Sam Laporta was out. So I'm like, "Well, shit. I think the Lions score 30 points. Who's gonna score all these touchdowns?" Everybody thinks the Lions are gonna score 30 plus points. They scored 50, right? Right? You gotta look at Amon-Ra St. Brown's like 8 or 9 games in a row or something like that, a touchdown, something ridiculous. I don't know the stat. It's ridiculous. Um, and David Montgomery is free money, folks. You don't pay juice on winners. Free money. When they get inside the 20, they give him the ball and they angry runs right down, right down, right down to touchdowns. That's what they're doing with him. So you parlay him up with anything you want, but I like him. Touchdowns. Jamar Gibbs, second half of the year. This is what they've been saving him for, and you can tell. You can tell. And that 1-2 punch, man, is just. I mean, I didn't start Jared Goff in fantasy football because I thought they were just going to run the ball and not throw the ball around. I thought he'd take a week off after last week. But I think hindsight being 2020, I think he came out there and said, I don't want nothing to do with memories of last week. So I'm going to erase that out as quickly as possible. He didn't want to hang on to that memory for another week. So he went out there, threw up 4 touchdowns or whatever the hell he did. Bang, bam, pow. Boom, pang, pow. Lions -7, Texans -1 ticket out here there for tonight. I think it'll be good. Could we touch on what you're on for NFL? We are about to. I'm almost done with the chat. I saw that. No way I can put my hard-earned money on the Wings right now. Sharks -1.5, +280. Oh, stop it. Got a couple Wings players for plays. Got Larkin in a power play and a power play parlay. Man, like the guy with like the lisp and the denture and the having the problem saying P's. You guys hit me with the picks and parlay, player prop parlay. Like I sound like, you know, I don't even know. Raymond, power play point, single plays, and then parlayed for 1,000. 3-team player prop, player parlay, Larkin, Raymond, DeBrindicamp, point. Oh, now we're just getting. But yeah, I gotta believe against the Sharks, this is where they go. All right. Maybe I'll wear my Brindicamp. No, I'm just gonna do a point parlay. How about that? FanDuel. I like FanDuel. Oh shit. Dylan Larkin. He's this close to being on the I'll fight him anywhere, anytime list. Yeah, it's close. Just because he's pissing, I don't see a lot of leadership, and I haven't, ever from him, and I'm waiting now. At this point, he's a veteran. You could do all 3 of these guys, Larkin, Raymond, and Brindicap for point, just the anytime point parlay for 228. I'm gonna mess around, find out that, and then CJ Stroud. Okay. I'm on Houston -7. That's what I'm on. Obviously, I'm rooting on Joe Mixon to get a touchdown because I got him in a what do you call it? A touchdown parlay. And that by itself, I wouldn't bet it. It's minus 180, but you could do Joe Mixon and Houston money line. It gets you to even money. Does Joe Mixon score a touchdown? Does Houston win? It's even money on FanDuel. 101. I'm rolling with that. But yes, let's talk NFL for what I have because I got videos to record. I got stuff to do, folks. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. I'm on Pittsburgh. I got it at 3.5 yesterday, last night. I now see it at 4. You could still get 4. ESPN Bet still has 3.5. FanDuel is 4.5. It's moving up. Divisional rival. Pittsburgh coming off a good win against Baltimore. It's a letdown spot for Pittsburgh in Cleveland. This is. But Cleveland's that bad where I'm going to lay the points. So I laid the points. I don't think this is a pretty win. I think this is an ugly win, but I just cannot get behind Cleveland in this situation, even if it is a divisional, heavyweight fight. We learned our lesson with the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. Okay, just because they used to be heavyweights doesn't mean their legs still work. We had the draw on that, by the way. That's all we had. We had a small bet on the distance, which would cash, but with the draw didn't cash. It wasn't even. It was still loading. Okay. Start from the top. Kansas City, Carolina. I'm on Kansas City minus 10.5 already. Minnesota and the Bears. We still don't believe the Bears are good. But it is in Chicago. And I haven't bet it yet. It's at 3.5. I haven't bet it yet. This Washington and Dallas game for next week, I haven't bet that yet either, just because Washington minus 9.5. You could find a 9.5 out there, but 10 is really where it's at. And I want to see what Dallas team we get tonight. I don't think it matters, but that's just a lot of points. So I didn't do it. In a divisional game, that's a lot of points. I don't care how shitty Dallas is. Same thing here, New England and Miami. A lot of points at minus 7. Lots of points. Didn't touch it yet. Houston, Tennessee, 7.5. Right now it's at 7.5. I got it at 7 yesterday. It's moving up. If you have Circa, if you're in Vegas and you have Circa, you can still find 7. But I'd probably buy the hook. I'd probably buy the hook to 7. If that makes you feel more comfortable. But to be honest with you, I'd lay Houston minus the points up to 10. I would lay it. And I think it rises higher. Lions, Colts, do it. You guys already know. If I could bet player props right now, I'd be betting them right now. Although Anthony Richards, this Colts team's better than this Jacksonville team, I'll say that. I think this Colts team will put up more of a fight than Jacksonville does. But I also think this Lions team in a dome on the road, prove me wrong, right? Like, I have Detroit minus 7.5. I also bet their team total over. I did this already, over 29.5. So whatever you get it at, I think they score 30 points. Okay. It's already climbing up. I see an 8 at MGM. I'll lay the points. They win by double digits. It is what it is. That's where I'm at so far on that. Tampa and the Giants. I don't think I got on this. I didn't get on this, and I don't know why. Oh, because it's at 5. 5 is bad. 5. Lenny stays away from 5. Stay away from 5. If it moves to 6, I'll like it. Or 4. 5 is the devil's number. So I don't want nothing to do with it. Denver and the Raiders. Denver. I think Denver's a good team. I think Denver's defense is legit. But it's a divisional game, and this is a game that the Raiders will screw me out of. And it's at 5. So keeping it moving. San Francisco, Green Bay. I see 2s. You can get a 1.5 out there, depending on which way you wanted to go. I kind of like Green Bay at home, but I didn't. I will probably take San Francisco. I know I already have taken San Francisco in a teaser because I got the 2 and I took it over to 8 because I wanted them to be up and over a touchdown. I maybe sprinkle San Francisco straight up. This is when they come back. This is when they start to make moves. Arizona and Seattle. I don't have a good read on Seattle at all this year, so I've been. It's at 1. I'd probably put that in a teaser to take it the home dog, over. Oh, can I get that right now? No. So, you want to pull it over a touchdown. I don't think Arizona goes in there and beats them by a touchdown. I don't know if they beat them. And then the Eagles and the Rams. Not a lot on that. But I'm on the Eagles. It's at 3. As a Lions fan, the Eagles in the NFC. I don't want to, because this shit's gonna come back. I mean, somebody's gonna keep this. Somebody's gonna keep this. Somebody's gonna keep the receipt here. The only team in the NFC that legitimately scares me from the Lions are the Philadelphia Eagles. They have a really good offensive line. I think that rivals our offensive line as far as 1-2 in the NFL, AFC or NFC. I think their offensive line pushes people around. So I don't know how much pressure we get. And if we don't get pressure on Philadelphia in the playoffs, Jalen Hurts does what he wants. I worry about that. Okay. But man, I would love a healthy. I'm gonna say this, and you guys go ahead and run those receipts back. I want a healthy Darius Slay. Yeah. And I want Jared Goff to pick his ass apart. Because I can't stand Darius Slay. I can't stand that dude. But there's a few teasers that have been thrown down already. So next week, it's a little goofy in the NFL. And we're going to start to get in divisional games later in the season. Now we're going to start to get into that, do they care? Are they phoning it in? By the way, the best part of the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was Mike Tyson's ass. Just showing his ass through the lot. Did not no F's were given from Mike Tyson ever. Yeah. But anyways, Brad Cape says, how we doing tonight? We doing good. How we doing? CJ Stroud has over 3+ rushing attempts in every away game this season. I played to over 8.5 rushing yards. I see. Does he have to run? Does Dallas put any pressure on him? You know what I'm saying? Like, does he have to? Well, why would they design run anything for him? But I could see. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Oh, by the way, Rye Cape and I, we're battling each other in fantasy football in the Winners and Whiners fantasy football thingy. And it's It's a let me pull up this. Let me pull up the numbers so you guys know why I try to bet this. Rushing attempts. I'll take the 8.5 over 8.5 rushing yards. I always like to bet his touchdown, but football kicked your ass this weekend. It's about to kick your ass again tonight when my guys right here come at you. I'm down by 14.5 points, give or take, and I have Tank Dell tonight still. So we need a Tank Dell a night. We need a Tank Dell night. So let's look at his props. That's what we need to be right, Cape in fantasy today. Touchdowns plus 185, 195, FanDuel, 210 on DraftKings. We could use the Tank Dell night. We're going to take that plus 210 Tank Dell anytime touchdown. Tank Dell, let's go. All right. Cowgirls are in shambles. I want to say they get up for Houston because that in-state, but is there an in-state rivalry? Like, I don't know if there is. I just glasses. So if there's not, like, I don't know. I think Dallas maybe phones it in, and if they phone it in, it's bad. Just curious, did you live bet the Lions 20? Yes, not much, but yes. Some pizza money. What happened to Elliott lately? Missing point. A lot of weird shit happens this time of year about kickers. A lot of weird shit. Don't worry about Eagles. Nick Sirianni will do something stupid. That's what they say about Dan Campbell. So that's what Detroit Lions fans and media say about Dan Campbell. Like those same old Lions fans, they're still out there. They're still out there. I don't know how you're 9-1. And in the record you've had collectively over the last 2 years and the stuff you've done over the last couple of years, culture has legitimately changed as an organization. And you still think the Lions are the same old Lions? Like, move. Distance yourself from every other Lions fan. Move out of the state of Michigan or wherever you're at, or if you're close to the Lions, move. But I don't know where you got to move. But anyways, that's my rant. Favorite NHL play, take it with a grain of salt. And Caps, Ovechkin, point, strong point, assist parlay, plus 185. Also parlay with Ovechkin anytime go instead of point as well. Plus 349, you can get Strom and assist plus 11. Let me tell you, Brian Gillihan's a fire with his his NHL. I'm sorry, I just read a text and sidetracked. His NHL player props are fire. Okay. Fire. Sometimes the ones on the show don't come through. And I think they're jigs because they're on the show. I'm just saying, we're about to find out. Leaning Rockets and Heat tonight. Okay. I didn't handicap none of NBA. With Parsons back, it's the best D. It's the best part of their D. It is, but I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I don't buy, and they were ranked number 1 versus the Eagles, who I think they kind of phoned it in against Dallas. But Texas O-line is the weakest part of their offense. They might be surprisingly low-scoring game, even though the Cowboys have been giving up points in bunches. AT&T in Dallas. Just how do you feel if you're in that locker room and you got to sit there and you know Mike Tyson's bare ass walked around there? Oh, I cracked myself up. Anyways, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for me. I have we'll go over as we go along some there's a couple 2-team teasers, some parlays and stuff. I went ahead to already in an offshore book. I've already bet the Lions and Bears on Thanksgiving. I got Lions -4 on Thanksgiving. This is the year that we're okay with Thanksgiving. We're okay with it. We ain't playing around this year. I don't care what Bears team shows up. Good luck unless you're against me. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern. See you on the next one. Deuces.